Welcome. Thanks for tuning in for this workout. Please begin by coming onto your hands and knees. You're going to bring your wrists right underneath your shoulders, bring your knees underneath your hips, and take a nice flat back. As you breathe in, we're going to let our belly sink down toward our mat, lift the head, look straight ahead, and then with your exhale, round your back just like a cat. Okay, we're going to take a few rounds of that. Each time you breathe in, we're going to lift the head, and as you exhale, round the back, stretch from your neck all the way down to your tailbone. Inhale, look up, and exhale, round the back. Okay, as we go through each repetition, you might notice the spine gets a little more mobile each time. Really testing out each stretch. This should feel really good. Breathing in and out. And then we're going to do a little twist side to side, just kind of taking the head and looking back over the shoulder. Okay, looking behind you. So we're warming up the spine in another direction, and we're also warming up the neck, the hips, and the shoulders. Every time you come back to that neutral position, take a breath in and then exhale as you turn and look over your shoulder. And then we're going to take one hand, tap the shoulder, and just kind of lift that elbow out wide. Tap the shoulder, lift that elbow. We're just kind of warming up the shoulders here a little bit. We're going to do that a couple times on each side. Tap the shoulder, lift that elbow. And then we're going to make that just a little more of a twist. Tap the shoulder, lift the elbow, and then maybe rotate that torso a little bit. Okay, feeling that in the back. Tap the shoulder, lift, and little twist. Tap the shoulder and lift. And then one more time on that other side. Tap the shoulder, lift that elbow, and twist. And then we're just going to open that up a teeny bit more that time, lengthening that arm. And just be careful if you have any shoulder issues. You can always just do that elbow if that felt better. And then we're going to take a little length forward and then a little push back. Lengthening forward and pushing back. Not quite back into child's pose. We're just kind of warming up these positions. We'll take them a little deeper as we go along. Lengthening out into that cobra stretch. Exhaling back to child's pose, maybe taking that a little bit deeper this time. Breathing in, cobra, and exhale, pushing back. Reach through those shoulders. And then walking the hands forward, lifting those hips, coming into that first downward facing dog. We're going to warm up those legs just a little bit here, kind of bending the knees side to side. And then taking a little more full expression. And again, with our theme of twisting, reaching across toward that other ankle. And then we're going to lengthen one leg up. And with our exhale, step that foot forward. We're going to drop that back knee down. And of course, we're going to open up into a little twist here. I was thinking just about what feels good for the body. So I'm kind of here as an example of what it could look like, but your body will always tell you what feels best. Stepping back to downward dog, and we're going to take that to the other side, lengthening that opposite leg up. And then with your exhale, take that big step forward, drop that back knee down, and we're going to open up to that opposite side. And finding length, finding just where the body feels best. And then release that arm back down, step back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, lengthen one leg up, step that foot forward. We're going to find our footing. And then we're going to cartwheel those arms right up, coming into warrior two. And then spiraling back down and taking that big twist. Cartwheeling the arm back up, back to our warrior two. And then we're going to spiral the arms down and step back, downward facing dog. Just hang out here for a few seconds. And then, of course, we're going to take that to the other side. Inhaling, lengthening that leg up. And with your exhale, step that foot forward. Find your footing, cartwheel the arms up. And we're going to come into warrior two. And then coming down into that twist. One arm reaching down, other arm lengthening up. Hold here and breathe. Just kind of enjoy the stretch. If this is a little intense for you, by the way, you could always set a yoga block down to just give you a little more length and reach here. And then back to warrior two. And then when you're ready, we are going to spiral those arms back down to your mat. Step that foot back, back to downward facing dog. Hold here. And then with our breath in, we switch again to that opposite side. Take that big step forward, find your footing, and lengthen up, this time warrior one. And then we're going to just take a little twist side to side. So first arms reaching up, and then we're going to open it to warrior two. Inhale back up, and now we're going to exhale, take that twist the opposite way. So that second side should feel a little bit more challenging. Back out to warrior two. And then inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, twist to the opposite side. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, fold forward. And step back to our downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to just hang out here for a second or two while we recover. And then we're going to take that to the opposite side. Inhale, lengthen that leg up. And exhale, take that step forward. Reaching up to warrior one. And then opening up those arms, twisting to one side. We breathe in, lengthen up. And exhale, open up to the opposite side. We're going to do that one more time each way. Inhale up. Exhale out wide. And one more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lengthen up one more time. Exhale, fold forward, hands to your mat. Step back, push those hips up, downward facing dog. And by this point in our workout, we might start feeling like that back is gaining a little more mobility. That's exactly what we want. We're going to walk both feet forward, or you can hop them forward if that's within your practice. Standing nice and tall, lengthen those arms up. And with our exhale, we're going to bring the palms of the hands together and push back into a little chair pose. And then we're going to add our twist. Exhale, twisting to your right. Inhale back. And then exhale, twisting to your left. And inhaling back. We're going to do that one more time each way. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. And back to the center. Let's lengthen up. Take a nice big reach. Exhale, fold down. Step both feet back. We're going to come into one more downward facing dog and then gently lower your knees down to your mat. We're going to push the hips back onto the heels. And then we're going to come to a seated position on the mat. And we're going to move into a little side stretch. So take a breath in, lengthen that arm up, and then exhale, come up and over. As you do this, see if you can bring your bicep in line with your ear. And then let's take that right over to the other side. Lengthen up and exhale, reach up and over. And just because that feels good, we're going to do it one more time on each side. Lengthen up. And then take that big side stretch. You could even look up a little bit, open across the chest. And then opposite side, lengthen up and over. I think there was a mosquito on me there, so I was just trying to move it off. And big stretch up with both arms. And then we twist. Lengthen those arms out wide. Again, inhale up. Exhale, twist and reach. Breathe in and breathe out, twist. I want to be nice and tall as you take these twists side to side. Breathe in and open out and twist. Lengthen up and then exhale, release both arms down. And we're going to take another twist here from the seated position. Now you can leave one leg out nice and long. We're going to pick up that other foot, cross over, bending the knee. Okay, and you can stay right here. Or if you can comfortably do so, you can bend that other knee as well. Okay, we're going to give that first bent knee a big hug. Nice tall spine, and then twist as you look back over your shoulder. Lots and lots of twisting going on here in this pose. That's why we save it for the end when the body is nice and warm. Hold here, breathe, and then we're going to switch sides. So again, demonstrating first, you can keep one leg lengthened out nice and long. That might feel better for you. If you can bend that other knee as well, and that feels good for you, go ahead and do so. We're going to give that first bent knee a nice big hug, reach that other arm back, twist with a nice tall back, and look back over your shoulder. So we're twisting in through the hips, through the spine, through the neck. Working out all those kinks, all those areas that tend to get really super tight when they don't get moved as often as they should. And then we're going to uncross here. Make sure you've got some room on your mat behind you to roll back. We're going to leave the knees bent, but we're going to walk the feet a little bit wider apart. So think about maybe the width of your mat. And then we're going to take this little windshield wiper movement with the legs, just moving side to side. Don't worry if your knees are not coming down as far as mine are. Just think of what feels good in through the hips. Be kind to your knees. In fact, always be kind to all of your joints, especially. And just take whatever range of motion feels good for you here. And then we're going to bring the knees in closer, feet together, and again, taking that side to side motion. And this is going to bring movement in through the hips, but also the lower back. So if you find you have a lot of tightness in the lower back, this can be really good for that mobility. You can keep the feet on the mat, just keep doing that twisting motion like that if you'd like to, or you can lift the feet off of the mat, which brings a little more work into your core here. Trying to use those abs to lift back to the center. And then we're going to hang out here. Okay, so we let both knees fall over to one side. If you need to, you can also place like a pillow or a block or a blanket in between the knees. That might help if this is too stressful on the lower back. And then we're going to turn our head, face the opposite direction that our knees are pointing. So again, thinking about all this twisting going on all throughout the spine, through the lower back, where it attaches to the hips, in through that mid back, and then up through the upper back into the neck as well. You can hang out here for as long as it feels good. We really want to hold this stretch for 30 seconds to a minute. And then we're going to take that stretch to the opposite side. Okay, beginning just with that knee drop to one side. Find where that feels good. Add that pillow, block, or blanket if you need to in between the knees. And then if it feels good, if it feels okay for your body, you're going to take the head and turn it in the opposite direction from what your knees are pointing. And just hold here, hang out, breathe. It usually feels good to take the arms out wide as well, reaching them out in that nice T position. And just hold and breathe. And then very gently allow the head to come back up, looking up toward the sky or the ceiling, wherever you are, bringing one knee up and then the other knee up. And we are going to finish our practice here in Shavasana. Okay, so walking those legs out nice and long, relaxing your arms down by your side. You're going to float your palms facing up. And then allow the feet to kind of turn out, rolling out to the side. Nice, comfortable position for those legs. Making sure your head is relaxed and well supported. And then take a moment to just feel all of the sensations going on in your body, not judging anything that you're feeling, but just very curiously taking notice of whatever might be happening. Maybe you feel warmth in your body, maybe you feel some tingling. Those things are perfectly normal, especially with all of those twisting poses. So we've probably moved things around and squished things together that don't ordinarily move. Indulge in all the sensation, relax your breathing. And you can stay here for as long as you need to. The video is going to end in a few moments. Thank you so much for watching and joining me for this practice. Namaste.